Welcome to Evolution Talks, where we explore yoga as a way of living, not just a practice on the mat. I'm Ashley, and today we're talking about Satya, the practice of truthfulness, not just in words, but in how we show up for ourselves and the world. Satya is the second virtue under Yama in Patanjali's Eight Limbs of Yoga. It's often translated as truth, but like all yogic principles, it runs much deeper than a simple definition. It's not just about not lying, it's about living in alignment with our deepest truth, speaking with integrity, and seeing reality as it is, without illusion or self deception. Today, we'll explore how to practice Satya daily through self awareness, honest communication, and choices that align with who we truly are. So, how do we practice Satya in our daily life? Let's start inward, because before we can practice truth with others, we have to be honest with ourselves. How often do we tell ourselves stories that aren't really true? Like, I'm not good enough. I don't look good. I have to do this. Or I just don't have a choice. Whatever it might be. Those are not truths. These are conditioned beliefs. And Satya invites us to question them. So let's take a moment right now. If you can, if you're not driving a car or somewhere where you can't, close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in and a long breath out. Now ask yourself, where am I not being completely honest with myself? Where am I not being completely honest with myself? Maybe it's in how you feel about something. Maybe it's a dream you've been ignoring, or maybe it's a truth you've been too afraid to face. There's no need to judge whatever comes up. Just notice it and be aware, because awareness is the first step toward truth. One way to practice Satya daily, just like ahimsa, is through journaling. So try this. At the end of your day, write down one truth you faced and one truth you avoided. No pressure, no shame, just a gentle self inquiry. Over time, this practice builds clarity and inner alignment. Now, let's talk about speaking our truth, because this is where Satya gets really challenging. How often do we hold back our truth to avoid conflict, or say what we think people want to hear instead of what we really mean? Practicing Satya and communication doesn't mean saying everything that comes to mind. It means speaking with integrity. It means expressing ourselves honestly, but with awareness and compassion. Before you speak, try this. Pause and ask yourself these three questions. Is this true? Is this necessary? And is this kind? If the answer is yes, say it with confidence. If the answer is no, perhaps silence is the better path. One of the biggest ways we practice Satya is by setting boundaries, saying no when we mean no, saying yes when we truly mean yes, honoring our needs instead of people pleasing. So here's a question to reflect on. Where in your life do you need to speak your truth more fully? Maybe it's with a friend, a partner, a coworker, a family member, or maybe it's yourself. Just becoming aware of this is a step toward living more truthfully. Truth isn't just in words, it's in how we live. Have you ever done something that didn't feel right just because it was expected of you? A job that didn't align with you? Or maybe a lifestyle that didn't feel authentic? Practicing Satya means aligning your life with what's true for you, choosing work that aligns with your values, spending time with people who uplift you, and making choices that reflect who you really are and not just who the world expects you to be. Of course, this isn't always easy. Sometimes truth means change. It means stepping out of comfort. But in the long run, living your truth leads to a deeper sense of peace and purpose. Here's another daily practice for Satya. Each morning, ask yourself, what is one action I can take today that aligns with my truth? It could be as small as speaking up in a conversation, choosing to rest when you need it, or finally taking a step towards something you've been avoiding. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. As we close, let's take a moment to breathe. Sit comfortably, and if you're able to do so, place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Take a deep inhale in and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Now silently repeat to yourself, I honor my truth. I speak with honesty and kindness. I live in alignment with who I truly am. Feel these words settle in your body. Truth is not something we find outside ourselves, it's something we uncover within. Satya is not about rigid honesty or forcing truth where it's not needed. It's about awareness. It's about learning to recognize what is real, to live with integrity, and to communicate in a way that is both truthful and compassionate. As you move through your day, notice the moments where you have the choice to live more truthfully, to pause, to check in with yourself, to align your words and actions with what feels real and right. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. If this conversation resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Reach out, reflect, and let's continue this journey together. On the next episode, we will go over the third virtue under the first limb, asteya. Until next time, may you walk in truth, speak with kindness, and live with clarity.